Hi guys, today's going to be slightly different to the norm. He nearly learnt a valuable lesson. He decided he was going to sneak down as I was going round. Yeah, whatever. Now I know there's no forward facing one. I don't know if you can hear in the background, but it's hammering down with rain and it's going to be like that all day. So there really is no point in forward facing because all you're going to see is rain, windshield wipers, rain, windshield wipers, and that's about it. And today's vlog is going to be quite a short one. It's more just a check-in one, if you like. Simple fact is, I've got one hell of a long day. I've got to deliver to Bedford, pick up in Luton, deliver to Wellingborough, pick up in Derby and come back. And Derby, or Derby, however you want to say it, D-E-R-B-Y, is about 15-20 miles outside of Stoke-on-Trent. So I've got quite a long day. If I get held up anywhere, it's going to cause problems. And the most annoying thing is, it's raining, so I've started my day wet, soaked, drenched. So I'm kind of happy about it. If anyone's curious, this says I support two teams, Scotland and anyone who plays England. Now I do it for a bit of a giggle. I also do it because whenever I'm in Scotland it gets you to the front of the queue in the pub every time. No, I don't really follow football, so I don't really care, to be fair. You know, it's one of those things, and some people say, but you should support England, you're English. Yeah, what part of I want to emigrate to Canada don't you get? But to be fair, there is Lang, McFarlane and Buchanan. My mum married a Yorkshireman. That's basically what happened. So I do have roots to be able to use this, even if I have an English accent. But anyway, cracking on with the day. Now, did I watch Top Gear? What do you think? Do you think I did? Do you think I put it on record and watched it on Monday, my day off? Did I? No, I didn't. Nope. I said I wasn't going to, and I didn't. I got no interest in watching it. Now, I like Matt LeBlanc. I think he's quite a fun kind of person. He's a good guy. I like Sabine Smith. She is one hell of a driver, and quite gorgeous. Chris Evans has always been a loudmouth. He's always been a, look at me! Look how well I'm doing! You know, I mean, think about the money he earns. I mean, he's relatively well off, don't get me wrong. But he's not really well off enough to justify buying a car at auction for 5 million quid. You know, okay, he can afford to pay it, but it's a large amount of his money. I mean, cars like that Ferrari, they're reserved for the people who have 9 figures in their bank account or higher. You know, to go out and buy one of those things is just to grab a headline. Look at me! Look how well I'm doing, people! Look at the money I can spend on a car! Look at me! And how did you think he was going to act on stage? Running about, screaming, shouting, jumping up and down. I may not have watched it, but virtually everybody I know and then some were giving me minute by minute updates on how it was going because they all knew I was at work. So when I got to my destination, I had about 100 and something messages on my phone. I might not have watched it, but I can probably tell you exactly what bloody happened. To such a degree that I can probably sit here and accurately say that in some of the shots the audience were doing nothing, yet there was a lot of applause and clapping and rapturous lovely laughing. That's what I was told at one point. Now, like I said, I didn't watch it. And you're probably thinking, oh well, you got to give it a shot, you got to give it a chance. Why? Well, you like Top Gear? Yes and no. I like Clarkson, Hammond and May. Okay, when they worked for the BBC, they were Top Gear, so I like Top Gear. Yeah, because Clarkson, Hammond and May is a bit of a mouthful to say. So the thing with Top Gear is, yes, it existed earlier, you know, in the 80s, 90s, things like that. And Clarkson was in it, and then he was out of it, and it kept going for years. But I didn't really watch that Top Gear because it was a car review show. That's all it really was. You know, you might sit there and go, yeah, but that's what Top Gear is. It's a car review show. Is it? I mean, let's think about this logically. What car was Oliver? Opel Kadett. Now, I know there's a few people sitting there going, who was Oliver? Oh, that was, I don't know. You know, where they filled the cars up with Walter, Clarkson was driving a what? The door fell off of it. A Rover SD1. Hammond was driving a what? Dolomite. Was he? Yeah, I suppose. Because you weren't really watching it for the cars. You might have watched it for the supercars every so often, see what was the latest out, and see, you know, which one was going to beat what in a drag race. But you didn't really watch it for the cars. You watched it more for Clarkson, Hammond and May prattling about. Well, that's what I watched it for, and that's what I know a lot of people I know watched it for. Yeah, the cars were a nice focal point to, you know, see what was going on, but it was more, what's James May going to do in this situation? Oh, what's Clarkson going to say now? Oh, is Hammond going to go chasing after another car he's fallen in love with? You know, it was all that kind of stuff. We don't have that now, they're gone. It's just a car show. Trying to be what it was. Now, if the BBC had ended Top Gear and then created, I don't know, petrol heads or piston rings or whatever, another car show, a completely different car show with a different format, like they were saying Top Gear was going to be, then fine, not an issue. Lovely jubbly, well done. It's a whole new show, it's a whole different kind of show, it's got a whole different lineup. They're not trying to be something else. The issue with the new Top Gear is everybody who loved the old Top Gear was watching it with bated hooks, remembering the old Top Gear, and everybody who didn't like Clarkson and that were watching it because they never really watched the old ones and they just want to see what all the fuss was about. Now, one thing Chris Evans said before the launch of the new one was, if it doesn't achieve at least 5 million views, it has failed. They were his words. The figures are out now, the figures have been released. I don't know how many people are following all that kind of stuff, but I was curious. Now, it peaked at 4.7 million. That was a peak. That was people tuning in because of all the crap that was going on social media, just to see what the hell was going on. It averaged, through the entire show, 4.3 million. Now, the last Clarkson, Hammond and May show peaked at 5.8 and averaged around 5.4 million. So already, the first show, the show that should get the most views because it's got the most people being curious, I wonder what they have done with that. Yeah, I'll go and have a look, might as well have a shufty. You know, and then obviously the ones tuning in because of what's going on social media were just over, as an average, 1 million views lower than it used to get. Okay, 4.3 as an average is amazing viewing figures. It's huge viewing figures. But what were they competing with? Well, on ITV, you had the soap awards, okay, and on BBC One, you had Antiques Roadshow. So, what were they really competing with? The issue is, and will always be, calling it Top Gear in this day and age, whether Top Gear existed years before or not, is synonymous with Clarkson. It was Clarkson and Andy Willman who created the concept for the new Top Gear show, who created the layout and the formula for the show. So anybody following the same layout and formula is just basically trying to emulate Clarkson, aren't they? Because it was his idea and Andy Willman. That's their idea, they sold. So what BBC would have been better off doing was completely terminating the Top Gear franchise, obviously holding on to the rights for product reasons and all that kind of stuff, but then creating a whole new car show, whole new formula. Oh yeah, well it is changed. They got 2 stars in reasonably priced cars. Huh. Yeah, old Top Gear used to have a couple of stars every so often. Just saying. Yeah, well, it's different. Did they do any stunts in the first one? Did they do any, you know, weird challenges in the first one? Like, I don't know, Robin Reliant. Well, the 3-wheelers with it, Reliant or a Realto, one or two. Did they do anything like that in the first one? Did they have some silly little races? Hey? Well, tell me how that's different to the original one. So it's always going to have that element about it. Now, I'm one of those people, I watched Top Gear for Clarkson, Hamilton, May. I'm not going to say that I watched it for any other reason, because I didn't. So I'm not really interested in Top Gear as an entity. No matter how good Matt LeBlanc was, or Sabine Smith was, or Eddie Jordan was, or whatever, I know they're going to be pretty damn good. But I'm not really interested in them. I'm interested in Clarkson, Hamilton, May. So why would I watch a show I'm not really that interested in? Do you see where I'm coming from? It's like, one thing I did notice was a lot of people were going on Twitter and slating it, you know. All these people had said earlier, back last year, oh, we won't watch new Top Gear, we're never going to watch new Top Gear, oh, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to do that. And then they gave it a go. And of course, all the real, you know, Clarkson haters and original formula haters, all the extreme political correctness crowd, started going, I thought you said you weren't going to watch it. Hold on a minute, didn't you used to tell us if we don't like it, don't watch it, and keep our mouth shut? Do you see what I mean? All the Top Gear fans of Clarkson, Hamilton, May, who always used to turn to the people who didn't like it and go, well, don't bloody watch it then. Why the hell did you watch the new one and then slate it? Just think about it. The advice you gave to all the people who didn't like the original one was, well, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Keep your opinions to yourself, because we don't care. What did you do whilst watching the new one? Slated it. So what are the people that you used to have a go at, the trolls, if you like, of old, gonna do to you? Well, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Just saying. You know, am I saying anything a bit stupid? You know, so I didn't watch it, and I have absolutely no interest in watching it, because I didn't watch it for the cars. I watched it for 3 old middle-aged guys who are not exactly politically correct, prattling about, doing what I wish I could do for a day job. That's why I watched it. I have no interest in the new formula, the new layout, the new show. None. But I was given about 100 bloody messages per bloody minute telling me everything that was going on. Oh, well, now he's doing this. Oh, well, now he's doing this. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, now he's running now. Chris Evans is running up and down screaming. Okay, fine, thanks. I don't care. So there you go. That's my answer to the did I watch Top Gear or not? No, I didn't. Why? I got no interest in it. But that's my personal place. That's my personal opinion. You know, all the people taking to Twitter and saying, "Oh, R.I.P. Top Gear." Well, what the bloody hell did you think was going to happen? You used to watch it probably for the same reason I used to watch it, for Clarkson, Hammond and May. If you take Clarkson, Hammond and May out of it, what are you watching it for? Did you used to watch it for the Brum Brums? No. You used to watch it for the insane stuff those three used to do in the Brum Brums. So anyway, there you go. Now, like I said, this is going to be a short answer to Top Gear today, basically. That's all I was planning on doing, because I do have quite a long day and a lot to do. And I've got to kind of really focus down on this, and it is just hammering down with rain, as you've no doubt heard in the background. So, cheers for watching. This is, like I said, a short one. I shall see you in the next one, so like, subscribe, share about, do whatever it is you usually do. I'll probably have shift tomorrow, so I'll go back to my usual formula. So yeah, cheers guys, and I shall see you in the next one.